Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mindset Talk with Coach MT. And we have our lovely guest today, who is Tasha B. And she will tell you more about her story in just a moment. But here on Mindset Talk, we strive to bring you real people that are inspiration, and we share with you some of the strategies and techniques that we have used to help propel our entrepreneur journey. I am Coach MT, and I help entrepreneurs become aware of and implement the mindset shifts required for strategic growth inside of their business. And so, before I go any further, Miss Latasha, I'm gonna give you a chance to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
Whoop, whoop. Hey, y'all. My name is Latosha Briscoe. I'm a mother. Unfortunately, I am a widow of almost 4 years now. I have a business called Tosh Body by T Spa, where I do body contouring. I am a I'm a preschool director of um 3 years now. I remember preschool director of 3 years now, but I have been in the field for 9 years. Um, what I'm an author.
Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Yes, tell us a little bit about it. I got my copy, y'all, and it's autographed. It's autographed. It is so
So
good. So, what inspires you to become an author and share with us this lovely book?
okay, so let me tell you what inspired me to become an author was, of course, the death of my husband, May 13th of 2019. Um, Throughout my grieving process, and still, I began to journal. And there were other widows, young widows that, well, I'm gonna say other women that became young widows like me. And in my time, whenever it first begun, I realized that there was not really many people that would come out and talk. There was only one widow that was in the room. She was present, and it was the loudest in the room. And at that time, I did not want her there, but I needed her. And so that made me realize that, when we were younger, there were, from the churches and stuff, the widows were the older ladies. Now widows are becoming younger and younger. And who are they to turn to? Like the older ladies, they're passing on. And who are they to talk to? Who's to be there? So creating this journal, with his passing, inspired me to do this journal. And throughout my journaling, trying to get through this process, I said, you know what, Lord, I don't know what it is, but I'm willing to help others. And I began to talk to different widows, and the questions that was asked was a lot of the same questions that I had. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I mean, I've talked to widows as far as Nigeria. It was amazing. I was like, oh wow, I never,
Yes.
never would have thought, but I have. Um, and just creating this journal, it's just been a blessing to me. It has been a very release, as well as someone that was very dear to me. Mom passed away, and I was able to make a personalized journal for her.
Yes.
And I mean, by doing the journals, it's a release for me. I enjoy every minute of it. Every minute of it. I gave one of these journals to one of the widows, and she was like, "That you can really tell that there's a lot of love put into this, a lot of love and thought," and that made me, very happy. So
Yes, I'm so proud of you with that. And this is very much so needed because widowhood, that is something that unfortunately a lot of us will go down that path, but you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what to do when you get there. And the thing about it is that um your work inside of the Breathe Just Breathe journal, it actually is like a coaching program. And a lot of people will not necessarily sign up for a coaching program or feel like they need one. But however, when you experience such great grief or something like that, when you lose your significant other, your parent, your child or something like that, that's going to stick with you, and you're going to have to get through that. In addition to possibly therapy, and some of us need medication or whatever just to even function. But in addition to that, you're going to need a way you're going to need a way to process those emotions and release the things. And inside of my program, I always tell everybody that the only way that you're going to be able to tap into your subconscious thoughts, which is truly who's directing you and what you truly believe, is by journaling. So you've created a coaching program that actually guides us through this process and gives us exactly what we need to do during those steps. And that is just so amazing. And then not only did you come up with this to show like your genius that you were able to, because you've always been a willing client. For those of you who don't know, she's my client as well and my best friend, one of my biggest supporters. And you've always been a willing vessel to go out and try something. Everything you try is not for you. But
Mm-mm.
you came up with your own formula and you're like, everything else is not working, but I need to get through this. I have to get through this. Because as you mentioned, you're a mom. Well, unfortunately, we don't, that is a fortune. It ain't unfortunate, but we don't get to just fold up.
No,
We always have conversations and say that, thank God for the children. We've always said that, but it has a totally different meaning today, to know
it
that
does.
they can be that light, that anchor that can pull you out of those very dark places. So I just want to thank you in advance for sharing this with us, because now, if I don't have anything else, I have this. And then, two, I have somewhere to guide people, someone to guide them too. So, how could the audience, the people that, because we all know a widow, and there possibly will be some widows that will watch this. And the thing is that when you get a divine assignment like this, you are required to share. You have to share. You have to put it out there for the masses. Your people will find you. Like you said, you've mentored people from Nigeria. And, it's people right here, right around you that don't even pay you any attention, or they won't ever open their mouth, but never underestimate the fact they are watching you always. But how can people get their hands on this awesome gem?
They can go to Amazon. It's on Amazon.
Yes, awesome. So that's easy, y'all. Just go to Amazon and you can look her up by her name, or you can type in the Breathe Just Breathe and then look for the Latosha Briscoe, and it will look like this. This is my copy is a one and only. Y'all won't get this. It won't have that streak, but you'll recognize the brand when you see it.
Yes.
But make sure it says Latosha Briscoe on it. And I also will I have the link to get to her journal in the bottom of the podcast, so you can go over there and get that. So that is just so amazing. So where does what does breathe just breathe mean, and where did that come from?
Okay. So Breathe Just Breathe came from, of course, when my husband passed,
Hmm.
there was a lot of days that I realized I was not breathing. Um, as time passed, I don't even know. Like it was just, I just all of a sudden just heard myself saying, telling myself, breathe, just breathe, because I was dealing with so much anxiety. I still deal with a lot of anxiety today, but it's better because I learned different methods to use to help me cope with it. But one of the biggest methods before I started counseling was these three words: breathe, just breathe. A lot of people be like, just breathe. I'm like, okay, I can just breathe, but I don't know what it is. It's just the tune of breathe, just breathe, that helps me. And I didn't know that it was really helping me at the time until I started writing it. Then I would post it on my Facebook page and different stuff. And then there was other people saying, man, you just don't know how much that breathe, just breathe has helped me. Like before a lady became a widow, like her husband was in the hospital. She said she saw herself going down in the hallway, and she said all she could do was hear me saying, breathe, just breathe, breathe, just breathe. And like that just blessed my soul. So guess what? Breathe, just breathe. My shirt,
Right, right. That
breathe,
I
just breathe.
love that shirt. I love that shirt. Can we purchase
Man,
those as well?
yes, you can purchase these as well.
So one thing about that, what you just said, is I never thought about it this way, but the reason why it works like that is because it actually is an affirmation. and you're
Mm.
commanding yourself. So when you speak affirmations, you're speaking them unto you and programming yourself, so your subconscious as well. So we respond to verbal commands. That's why we do affirmations and stuff. You have programmed yourself to breathe, just breathe, and think about it. We, for whatever reason, however we are programmed, or how we have learned, because we learned everything when we were a child, and we just a thousand exits as we grow up. But when you could think back to, like, every time something hurts, we
Mm.
always have a tendency to hold our breath,
Yes.
bear down. And so the breathe, just breathe. One, it tells you to breathe, but then two, it's like, okay, yeah, for real, just breathe. You don't have to do nothing
Yes.
else, just breathe. So that speaks volumes. And so the beautiful thing about it just came to me is that, y'all, we've been waiting a long time to do this podcast. Something has always gotten in the way. And thing about it is that disruption always follows intention. So today I was like, no, we are getting this down because the people need to hear it. I know
Yes.
I need to hear it. So but think about it. When we are giving birth, what do they tell us to do?
Yes. Breathe. Just breathe.
Yes, so that's going to directly point us next to, you have a speaking opportunity. She is a seasoned speaker. You have a speaking opportunity coming up, and we were talking back and forth a little bit. If you don't mind, would you just share a little bit about what you will actually be speaking about without giving everything away?
Okay, so I'll be speaking at the YYFA here in Silsby, November 17th at 3 o'clock p.m. Um, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's called the Holiday Explosion. Hmm. I
Mm-hmm.
said, what better? Yeah. The Holiday Explosion. Okay, so it can be a holiday explosion or it can be a holiday explosion.
Right.
Don't let that go over your head now. Don't let it go over your head. So last year in December, I spoke about the release, the great release,
Hmm.
that you have to release a lot of the old things in order for God to bless you with new things. That is mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Like, we speak all these things, we manifest so much, and we wonder why it doesn't happen. Uh,
Hmm.
he cannot continue to work with you, giving you all these good things, and you piling it up on top of the old things. You have to get rid of some things. You have to get rid of the childhood hurt. You have to get rid of the church hurt. You have to get rid of the husband hurt, the wife hurt, the emotional hurt. You got to get rid of it.
You have to put the overwhelm down.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to let go of the burden. And guess
Yes.
what? Some of us are carrying burdens that ain't even ours to carry. Let it go. Release it in the name of Jesus.
Yes.
Release it.
It's
Because,
so,
baby, guess what? Everything that has been manifested in 2022, I'm claiming and I'm looking for it in 2023. Because
yes.
I have released a lot of things. And guess what?
Yes.
Before 2022 is over with, I'm releasing some more.
Exactly. And it's like we have that tendency. I speak about this in the mindset, well, not in the mindset boot camp, but just in general when we're working. We one of the books that we read is the 12-week year. And the reason is to change our mindset on how we're gonna do things, because we have an arrogant sense when it comes to when I'm gonna do something. We
Mm-hmm.
feel like today, I'm gonna do it in 2023. Well, she just told you that what you need to
No.
do in order for you to manifest those things in 2023, you have to deal with what you're dealing with right
Yeah.
now. And what people will do, and this was shared with me by one of my coaches, and it just like, I don't know, I just almost fell on the floor because it hit me straight to the core. And hopefully this will give y'all the freedom to release those things like she's saying, so you can actually see the manifestations come. But he said what we will do as a people, for whatever reason, is that we will continue to work on the thing that we know does not work, and
Mm-hmm.
actually, instead of sitting down and figuring out what will actually work. You already know those things that you have, ain't it? You already know that. You
Right.
already know it hurts. You already know it doesn't work. You already know this ain't what you want, but you steady hold on to it because it's the familiar. And
Right.
one thing I share is that our brain, when you do a little look it up, when you read about neuroscience, our brain will backtrack, or you'll find yourself thinking about things that have happened in the past and those things hurt, because your brain likes to ground itself. It's so responsibility is to keep you safe. So it's like, this is the worst thing that's happened to us, and we recovered from that, and this is where we're going to stay. So you have to then take charge of your mindset and reprogram and close that highway so we can open another one. And the more you do it, like she said, the more you do it, now you have opened the highway in your brain to actually even receive those manifestations. Because the actual description of a manifestation is for it to appear in my hand.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
you asking for these blessings, you praying and all this stuff, and then some of us even get bold and get up and speak all this stuff. But then when we look at your life, what have you actually done in order to receive those things? And then I challenge you to dig a little deeper and figure out, why haven't I done that? For an example, maybe you want to write a book. You know, you have a story. I believe we all have a story, and then
Yes.
we are all charged with the responsibility, once you have seen that thing through, to share it with someone else. I feel like that we all have that responsibility, and some of us arrive at that realization earlier than others, but we have that responsibility. And just the world has been ending, but I mean, like, look at what's going on around us. You really should feel like call to action and really want to get out there and help. Like right now, it is actually one of the things that I share with people, because I coach people in business and in life. But when we are talking about a business venture, everybody that comes to talk to me about business, it has to be something that they love or passionate about doing, and they have to be doing it for a good purpose. So we're not going to be a good fit. They're not going to align with the strategies and tactics that I teach. What I always tell with them when we're sitting on our hands, and this is one of the things, us that actually care about other people, that will help us a call to action, is that it's actually selfish for you not to move forward with that book, with that business, with whatever it is. It's selfish for you to do that, because your people are out there looking for you and you don't even know it. They don't
Right.
know they're looking for you, but they're looking for something, and you have the
Right.
answer to it. So I yes, we can go on and on, but what was the date again? You said that you were speaking?
Wait. And guess what? And whenever you release that book, guess what? What the Bible tells us. Oh, okay. What the Bible tells us, that we overcome by the power of our testimonies. So some of us may be wondering why we haven't overcame some things, because your testimony need to be told.
We don't want to tell it until it's clean, until we're actually through it. But the thing about it is that Hollywood, Bollywood, the fakes, the devil, the best thing he ever did was convince people that he's not real. And we
Right.
also know that there are charlatans out there, like there always have been, that are out there, and you can't shut them up. You can't give them money to shut up. Look at the state that the world is in right now. And they are spreading these poison messages and stuff, and everything is all polished up, all glitz and glam. But that's not gonna appeal to me when I'm in the valley. That's not gonna appeal to me.
No.
I need to see you in the ugly.
Yeah.
I can see, then when I see you, you done came through. Oh, okay, okay. So y'all pay attention to that, and share those things. And so I make it my habit of sharing that part of business as well, and mental health. Because some of you may or may not know, I'm a really, really strong advocate when it comes to mental health and sharing the ugly
Yeah.
part of it. And that, it's okay. You're gonna get through it, but in order for you to get through it, you have to do what? You got to go through it.
You got to go through it, and you got to be honest while you're going through it.
Mm-hmm. And a lot we don't like to do that. We don't like to do
Mhm.
that as a people. We appeal to the people that are gonna pat us on the back and gonna handle us with like these baby hands or whatever. But you have to
Mhm.
be honest and look yourself in the mirror and really accept it for what it is. And then that is the first step. Being honest about where you are, what you're going through, what you have done, whatever, your responsibility in that. Until you do that, you will not be able to heal, because then the next step is to forgive yourself.
Yes.
You don't have the who are you to have the authority to continue to punish yourself for something when our Father in heaven has forgiven you? Who are you to do that?
Right.
And that's what's holding a lot of us back. There is nothing that we're doing today that hasn't been done. Like they say, nothing new under the sun.
Mhm. To the
And he
sun.
forgives all sins, but you got to come to him and you got to confess them. But that starts with you actually acknowledging the thing that is
Right.
holding you back. It's holding you back. Well, let me pull back. I don't want to preach today. But,
The
that
church
is
still.
what we got over here for. But yeah, so once again, what is the date of the upcoming event that you will be speaking at?
November 17th in Stillsby, Texas at the YYFA at 1:30. I mean, I'm sorry, at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock
So it's
service.
November next year?
No, I mean, no, December. I said
Okay.
November. December 17th. I'm sorry, y'all. I said that in the
Okay.
beginning of November.
Yeah, December
December 17th
at the YYAFA in
yeah,
Silsby at 3 p.m.
at 3 p.m. December 17th. I wanna go back. I don't want to go back to November 17th. That means I got to release some things that's already been released, and I ain't trying to
Yes.
release them things
I'm
again.
like, nah, I ain't gonna share, we ain't gonna share too much, but I'm like, some of us, it was a struggle to get through Thanksgiving and I didn't got
Oh,
through it. I
Jesus.
ain't going back and do that again. But
No, I can't, because it was definitely a struggle.
yeah, so as we mentioned that you mentioned that you have a spa as well, Tasha B. Name of your
I
spa.
know. I said Tasha me too.
Hey, because her thing is Tasha B speaks.
Yes.
I am so proud of her is that she's getting back on the stage where she should be. But Body by T Spa is the name of her spa. And what you actually, I seen it, and I know you've acknowledged it. So you've been working on this journal for a while. As you could tell,
Mhm.
like when people work on stuff, like she said with love, she really did. She worked on it for a while. But with you releasing that and then publishing it and then actually making it available for people to purchase, what are some things that you have been able to accomplish since you've done that?
Um, mm, I mean, like, well, like I've been able to to do another one.
Mhm, mhm. And see, that's
I've
the
been
thing.
able I've been able to personalize another one.
Mhm.
Um, I've been able to release more of me, whereas not releasing this journal was really holding me
Yes,
because I needed to release those things for myself. And being able to see other people going through and being able to understand grief a little bit more by going through my own, I can be able to put a journal together based off what it is that that particular person is going through.
yes,
So
yes. I've seen you like in just that little bitty time grow. And that's why I'm like really big on I encourage everybody to do this. And we don't want to do it because we feel like people are putting us in a box, but we putting you in a room for a moment to deal with the things in that room. Then you could come out here and share the rest. But I always
yeah,
say focus on one thing. If you put all of your attention on the one thing, it will be 100% to your satisfaction. And then it also will take you less time. So you can focus on that and deliver. And while you're doing that, unbeknownst to you, you are, this is a gym, you are creating content, you are creating your blueprint. and then you can choose, and then all you have to do, it took you like a blink of an eye to come up with the second one.
Yeah. And let me tell you, like, because of so much distraction, I had to remove myself from Facebook
Mm-hmm.
because this is something that I really wanted to get done. I had to eliminate a lot of things that I wanted in my personal life that I dare not share.
Yeah.
but there,
Right, that hard.
but like it was very hard, but
Mm-hmm.
I had to eliminate those things and remove myself and get my, keep my head in a good space to get that accomplished. I mean, and that's just some things that, we have to do that we don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I realized like, yes, I had to get back on Facebook because of business purposes, but I'm not on there scrolling all day and just looking on there and just waiting to see what the next person do. I'm not doing all that now. I'm like, okay, so what's my next thing? What's my next journal I'm finna be fixing for somebody else? I cannot tell you how pumped I am to make another journal for whomever it may be.
Yes, yes.
I'm really pumped about that.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know you'll be doing a Coach MT one because man, yes, yeah, I need it. The people need it. It is very much needed. And then when you take a
Yeah.
break from stuff, like we say, boundaries are for you. They're not for the other person. They're for you. And the first place we started starting about setting boundaries with ourselves. And when you take a break from the little blue app, then you get your life back. You get pieces of it that you've been
Yes.
missing, and you realize how much that little blue app bogs you down. And
Yes.
so you're
It
like,
does.
I don't want to be on there for that. I don't, could care less about what Susie's doing. But as me, I use it to promote, to encourage. All those things is attached to my brand. Like as long as we have it, we're utilizing it because that's where a lot of my potential clients are, and current clients are. But that's not the sole existence of my business, nor is it yours, but it is a free platform that they are allowing us to use to spread, the good and use it for business. But when you take a sabbatical and remove yourself from it, like, okay, I really could just pay somebody to do that and they can sit on there
Mhm.
all day, because disruption always follows intention. When you get on there,
Yeah.
it will be a struggle. We're not telling you that it won't. When you
Mhm.
get on there for you to do your business things, whomever that person is that I don't know, that's always got some drama going on in their life, they gonna post on there, and then you gonna go look at the comment. Then you go, next thing you know, somebody gonna comment back, and you gonna go look on the comment site, and then you totally not doing what you got on there for. And
Right.
but never underestimate the devil, because he knows. Although we know our time is running out, he knows his time is running out. So he
Yes.
always working. He don't sleep. So this wonderful, beautiful thing I just bought, this iPhone, I switched over, y'all. I'm no longer Android thing. And my thing about this is that this thing sets you up to take your life back. And I'm not gonna talk anymore about them because they ain't paying me. But it sets you up to take your life back with the settings if you will allow it. But I will share for like my Android users that have recently switched over, is that the reason why you're having so much trouble with adjusting to it is because their brand was designed for that phone to learn you and to work for you. And what you are used to is learning the phone and working the phone. So if you will stop trying to learn the phone and tell it what to do, and allow it to learn you so that it can serve you the way they were meant for it to do, then it will be easier. But I know that's a process as well. So I don't want to keep you too long, and thank you guys for tuning in. So is there anything else that you wish to share with us at this time, or ways that we can support you?
I want to say one thing.
Mhm.
Um, to maybe help everyone who mind is just running, running, running like crazy. And you feel like, dang, when I go to bed, my mind is going like crazy. When I wake up, my mind is going like crazy. Tonight, before you go to bed, get a pen and piece of paper. Put all of your thoughts on a piece of paper. I mean, I don't give a care what it is, put it all out there. Raw is the best form. Telling you, put it out there, let us know how you feel in the morning when you wake up. See
Mm-hmm.
if your mind is still going 99 to nothing.
Mm-hmm. As you often say, you have been ignoring that thing all this time. And
Mm-hmm.
your brain is like a obnoxious, hungry 2-year-old. Well, so try to ignore a hungry 2-year-old. It's telling you
Ain't gonna
all
happen.
this stuff. She just gave you the play on how to address that and silence it.
Mhm.
So if you really want to take back control of your life, and this is the time that you need to do it is now, because tomorrow's
Yes.
not promised. And if you do make it to tomorrow, like they say, you have enough hell in each and every day. Why would you want to bring more hell into the one that you're already promised? That
Yes.
doesn't make any sense. So I just want to thank you so much for taking time to meet with us, and this is gonna bless so many people. It has blessed me. I have the privilege of being able to talk to her all the time, but I just really wanted to share today. And we didn't even plan to do this, but today
Uh-uh.
we didn't. But I was like, enough, whatever, because something else fell through, y'all, and that's gonna happen. And so we took advantage of that time, because your time is your most valuable thing that you have. Take
Yeah.
advantage of it and do what she told you to do, so you can silence those thoughts that are hindering you.
Yeah.
So you'll be prepared to do the action so you can see the manifestations. But this
Yeah.
is Coach MT, and thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much, Latasha.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys next time.
All righty, guys. Remember to breathe. Just breathe. Holla.